Hey there, bookworms and fellow knowledge seekers. Today we're diving into the major works of Herman Melville, one of America's greatest literary figures. You might know him as the Moby Dick guy, but Melville's literary ocean is vast and teeming with brilliance. Let's explore his journey through his writings, from his early travel narratives to his profound novels and poetry. From the sunny South Pacific to the stormy seas of existentialism, Melville takes us on adventures that challenge our perspectives and leave us pondering life's biggest questions. So grab your thinking caps, maybe a cup of coffee or tea if you're feeling metaphorical, and get ready to set sail on a literary voyage you won't soon forget. Melville's literary journey begins with Typee and Omoo, two semi-autobiographical novels inspired by his real-life adventures in the South Pacific. Picture this: a young Melville, yearning for adventure, signs up on a whaling ship bound for the vast Pacific. Things don't go quite as planned, do they ever? And he finds himself jumping ship and living among the indigenous Typee people of the Marquesas Islands. Talk about a plot twist. Typee gives us a glimpse into Polynesian life, both beautiful and brutal, through Melville's observant and often humorous eyes. Omoo continues the adventure, with Melville bouncing between islands, encountering colourful characters and experiencing the complexities of colonial encounters. These early works establish Melville's talent for vivid descriptions, captivating storytelling, and a touch of social commentary that would become even more pronounced in his later works. With Mardi, Melville takes a sharp turn away from straightforward travel narratives and dives headfirst into the world of allegory. Imagine Moby Dick crossed with Alice in Wonderland, and you might start to get a sense of Mardi's wild ride. We follow the narrator, Taji, as he escapes a tyrannical king and embarks on a sea voyage that transforms into a philosophical quest. Melville uses the fantastical setting of Mardi to explore complex themes of politics, religion, and the search for meaning in a chaotic world. While Mardi might not be as widely read as some of Melville's other works, it's a fascinating glimpse into his evolving literary style and his willingness to push boundaries. Melville returns to more familiar waters, both literally and figuratively, with Redburn and Whitejacket. These semi-autobiographical novels draw upon Melville's experiences at sea, this time focusing on the harsh realities of life aboard merchant and naval ships. In Redburn, we meet Wellingborough Redburn, a young man from a genteel but declining family who embarks on his first sea voyage. Through Redburn's naive eyes, we witness the brutal hierarchy, the squalid conditions, and the moral compromises often demanded by life at sea. Whitejacket continues this exploration of naval life, focusing on the experiences of a sailor, nicknamed Whitejacket for his distinctive attire, aboard a US warship. Melville doesn't shy away from criticizing the injustices and abuses of power he witnessed firsthand, making these novels powerful indictments of the very institutions they depict. Chapter 4. Moby Dick, the white whale of literary masterpieces. Ahoy there! Prepare yourselves, because we've reached the big one, Moby Dick. This epic novel, often hailed as the great American novel, needs no introduction. It's the story of Captain Ahab, the enigmatic and vengeful captain of the Pequod, and his obsessive pursuit of the legendary white whale Moby Dick. But Moby Dick is so much more than just a whaling tale. It's a sprawling, philosophical exploration of obsession, revenge, fate, the natural world, and the human condition. Melville dives deep, pun intended, into themes of good and evil, the nature of knowledge, and the limits of human understanding. The novel's complex structure, shifting perspectives, and moments of sheer poetic beauty have cemented its place as one of the most challenging and rewarding literary works of all time. Chapter 5, Pierre, or the Ambiguities, Delving into Darkness. After the critical and commercial disappointment of Moby Dick, Melville dove even deeper into complex themes and experimental writing with Pierre, or the Ambiguities. This psychological novel, often considered one of Melville's darkest and most challenging works, grapples with themes of identity, family, morality, and the illusions of society. We meet Pierre, a young man living a seemingly idyllic life, who discovers a dark secret about his family that shatters his world. As Pierre grapples with this newfound knowledge, he embarks on a journey of self-discovery that leads him down a path of increasing isolation, delusion, and ultimately, tragedy. Pierre is a demanding but rewarding read, offering a glimpse into the complexities of human psychology and the often uncomfortable truths that lie beneath the surface of societal expectations. Chapter 6. Isle of the Cross, the one that got away. Now, we come to a Melville mystery, Isle of the Cross. Sadly, this novel is a bit like a literary ghost ship. It's believed to have existed, but no known copies have ever been found. Melville's wife referred to it as a wicked book, and it's thought to have been based on the true story of a woman abandoned by her husband after the birth of their illegitimate child. While we can only speculate on the novel's specific content, its disappearance adds another layer of intrigue to Melville's already enigmatic body of work. Perhaps one day a dusty manuscript will surface in an attic somewhere, finally revealing the secrets of Isle of the Cross. Until then, it remains a tantalizing what-if in the world of literature. From the vastness of the open sea to the claustrophobic confines of a Wall Street office, Melville takes us on a different kind of journey with Bartleby, the Scrivener. This short story, often studied for its themes of isolation, alienation, and the dehumanizing aspects of modern work, introduces us to one of literature's most enigmatic characters, Bartleby himself. Bartleby is a scrivener, a legal copyist, who at first seems like a model employee. He works diligently and quietly, but when asked to perform tasks outside his usual scope of work, Bartleby utters the now iconic phrase, "I would prefer not to." As Bartleby's passive resistance grows, his employer and fellow clerks are forced to confront their own assumptions about work, conformity, and compassion in an increasingly impersonal world. Hold on tight, because Benito Cereno takes us on a suspenseful voyage into the heart of darkness, exploring themes of slavery, race, and the complexities of perception. Based on a real historical event, the novella centers on Captain Amasa Delano, who encounters a Spanish slave ship, the San Dominic, in distress off the coast of Chile. As Delano boards the ship to offer assistance, he's drawn into a web of intrigue and deception. The ship's captain, Benito Cereno, appears to be ill and in control of his mutinous slaves. But as Delano observes the strange dynamics aboard the San Dominic, he begins to question everything he thought he knew about power, control, and the true nature of the situation. Melville masterfully uses unreliable narration and shifting perspectives to create a sense of unease and ambiguity, forcing readers to confront the uncomfortable realities of slavery and the enduring legacy of racial injustice. Get ready to be bamboozled because The Confidence Man. His masquerade takes us on a wild ride down the Mississippi River with a master con artist. This satirical novel, often considered one of Melville's most complex and challenging works, explores themes of trust, deception, identity, and the very nature of truth. As we journey down the river aboard the steamboat Fidel, we encounter a cast of colourful characters, each with their own schemes and secrets. At the centre of it all is the Confidence Man, a shape-shifting trickster who assumes various disguises and manipulates those around him with ease. Melville's sharp wit and insightful social commentary shine through as he dissects the hypocrisies of antebellum America and the often thin line between confidence and con artistry. Chapter 10. Battle Pieces, Echoes of War and Reconciliation. The American Civil War left an indelible mark on the nation's psyche, and Melville, deeply affected by the conflict, turned his pen to processing its complexities in battle pieces and aspects of the war. This collection of poems reflects on the battles, the human cost, and the enduring legacy of this tumultuous period in American history. Through vivid imagery and evocative language, Melville captures the horrors of battle, the grief of loss, and the yearning for healing and reconciliation. From the poignant elegy "The March into Virginia" to the haunting Shiloh A Requiem, Melville's poems offer a powerful and moving testament to the enduring power of poetry to grapple with even the most challenging aspects of the human experience. Chapter 11. Clarel, a pilgrimage of faith and doubt. Buckle up for a literary pilgrimage with Clarel, a poem and pilgrimage in the Holy Land. This epic poem, often considered Melville's most personal and philosophical work, follows the journey of Clarel, a young American theological student, as he travels through the Holy Land, seeking spiritual solace and grappling with his own wavering faith. Along the way, Clarel encounters a diverse cast of characters, each representing different perspectives on faith, doubt, science, and the search for meaning in a rapidly changing world. Through their conversations and debates, Melville explores the complexities of belief, the challenges of modernity, and the enduring power of the human spirit to seek connection and understanding amidst the uncertainties of existence. The call of the sea never truly left Melville, and in John Marr and Other Sailors he returns to familiar themes of seafaring life, but with a more contemplative and elegiac tone. This collection of poems reflects on the beauty, the danger, and the profound loneliness often experienced by those who dedicate their lives to the ocean. Through evocative imagery and a deep understanding of maritime life, Melville captures the rhythms of the sea, the camaraderie of sailors, and the bittersweet longing for home that often accompanies a life at sea. These poems are a testament to Melville's enduring fascination with the ocean and its power to both inspire and isolate the human soul. As Melville entered the twilight of his life, his poetry took on a more introspective and philosophical tone, reflecting on themes of mortality, legacy, and the passage of time. Timoleon, his penultimate collection of poems, showcases Melville's mature voice and his continued exploration of complex themes. The title poem, Timoleon, tells the story of an ancient Greek general who, after a lifetime of military success, is forced to confront the consequences of his actions and the fleeting nature of glory. Other poems in the collection grapple with themes of aging, disillusionment, and the search for meaning, in a world that often seems indifferent to human suffering. Our journey through Melville's major works concludes with Billy Budd, Sailor, a novella left unfinished at the time of his death, but later published posthumously. Set aboard a British warship during the Napoleonic Wars, Billy Budd explores themes of innocence, guilt, justice, and the complexities of moral decision-making in a world often governed by rigid codes of conduct. Billy Budd, a young and handsome sailor, is the embodiment of natural goodness and innocence. But when he's falsely accused of mutiny by the ship's master-at-arms, John Claggart, Billy's fate hangs in the balance. Captain Vere, a man of reason and duty, is torn between his personal belief in Billy's innocence and his obligation to uphold the law. Billy Budd is a poignant and thought-provoking exploration of the often conflicting demands of justice and mercy, leaving readers to ponder the nature of good and evil and the limits of human understanding. And there you have it, the major works of Herman. From his beginnings to his deep philosophical inquiries, Melville's writings continue to captivate readers around the world. He took us from the sunny South Pacific to the stormy seas of existentialism, challenging our perspectives and leaving us pondering life's biggest questions. Melville's literary ocean is vast and teeming with the darkest corners of the human psyche, the hypocrisies of society. His works are not always easy reads, but they are deeply rewarding, offering insights into the human condition that remain as relevant today as they were in the 19th century. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more literary explorations. Until next time, Good book.